Good morning, LPES.
Hi.
How are y'all doing today? It is so good to see you guys. Happy Friday feeling. And we are so lucky because we have Miss Nazaro here. Good morning, Miss Nazaro.
Good morning, Mrs. Heffler.
How's it going today?
It's pretty good.
That's good. That's good. I'm so excited that we both get to be on here at the same time, which is nice. We're going to be getting to a few Friday feeling things in a little bit, like, our mindfulness moments and things like that. But before we do, I want to have a quick conversation with Miss Nazaro on here and with all of you. So you might notice something is kind of different today. Do you notice something different, Miss Nazaro?
I do notice something different.
Yeah, it is not just that Mrs. Heffler's hair is straight. That is true too.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Was it?
I guess I don't know what we're talking about, Mrs. Heffler.
Well, I've noticed that right now I don't have a mask on, but you do have a mask on.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That is true.
And this is something that in the next couple of weeks might happen more and more frequently. Because in the next, I'd say couple of weeks, maybe the next month, we are possibly getting the choice as to wearing our mask or choosing not to wear a mask. And do you think this is a decision we might need to talk to our parents about a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe some help from an adult to make our decision of if we want to wear a mask at school still.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. So you're probably going to be talking to your moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, whoever it is that you might live with at home, and kind of coming up with a plan together as to what you're going to be doing. And that's okay. But I thought it was important today during our Friday feeling to kind of start getting used to what it looks like, because there are going to be times that some of us might not have a mask on, like I don't right now, and some of us do, like Miss Nazaro does. I think, Miss Nazaro, when I think about this, one word comes to mind for me, and it's all about what people are comfortable with, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, when you think of the word comfortable, what kind of pops into mind for you?
So for me, comfortable means something that I feel at peace and I have peace of mind about.
Yeah.
Sometimes it means you're cozy, like in sweatpants, but I think for this we're talking about comfortable in wearing our masks or not.
Yeah. So, we feel comfortable in different situations, right? Maybe, like Miss Nazaro said, maybe you're comfortable wearing sweatpants, and maybe I'm more comfortable in, my big pajama pants, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe Mrs. Heffler is more comfortable in the summertime when it's really warm. I love being warm. And maybe, Miss Nazaro, are you more comfortable in the winter, or do you like summer better?
I think I like the fall the best.
Okay.
A nice chilly breeze.
There you go. Sometimes when we're talking about comfortable, we're talking about things like with our bodies feeling comfortable in terms of temperature, okay? I know this time of year, sometimes I see some of our friends outside in shorts, and they're like, it's what I'm comfortable in. Not for me, but it works for them. Same idea is happening with these masks in the next couple of weeks. What works for one person might not work for the other person in their family, and that's okay. But what I want you to start thinking about is how you might feel in the next few weeks when you start seeing people without their masks on. Maybe you'll feel excited. Maybe you'll feel nervous. Maybe you'll just feel kind of weird. Like way back when we all started wearing masks, it was really strange at first. Mm-hmm. And then slowly we kind of got used to it. The same thing might happen now as we start to see our friends and maybe even our teachers not wearing masks. It might be a little weird at first, kind of freak us out. Mm-hmm. And then as time goes on, it'll probably become more normal to see some people with them, or some people with them and some people without. But I thought that this would be a good way for us to kick off our Friday feeling today, kind of having this conversation. We're going to talk more about this at our Panther Pride. I know Mrs. Bammer's going to go over rules for when we are and aren't wearing masks. And I know we'll also be talking about it at our next Friday Feels, too. Mm-hmm. Kind of getting used to just acknowledging what we're feeling. That's what Friday feelings are all about, aren't they?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. And just like Mrs. Heffler said, at the beginning we had to adjust to wearing the masks, and now it's going to be an adjustment again to seeing, maybe you'll see your friend's whole face for the first time since second grade.
Yeah. So it'll definitely be an interesting time. But I think what's important is throughout all of this, we're all in it together, mm-hmm. right? Whether we wear a mask, whether we don't, we're all still part of LPES, and we're all going to get through this transition. A transition is like a time of change. We're going to get through this time of change together as a school. So I'm going to peace out to Miss Nazaro right now, and then I'm coming back with you guys in a few minutes, and we're going to do some mindfulness. So sit tight. I'll be right back.
Bye.
Hey, everyone. I'm back. So I hope that conversation with myself and Miss Nazaro helped us to understand a little bit about the changes that might be coming down the line next couple of weeks or so, and just get us thinking about what that'll be like. What it'll be like for us to walk into school, see people looking a little different than what we're used to, see people with masks on, see some people with masks off. And I think one of the things I forgot to say when Miss Nazaro was sitting next to me a few minutes ago, one of the big things about all this is respect. Right? We talk about Week of Respect back in October, but it's something that doesn't just stop with Week of Respect. It's something we want to keep going this whole time through. So think for a moment to yourselves, what does respect look like if I'm wearing a mask and someone else isn't? What does it look like if I'm not wearing a mask and someone else is? So maybe before we start questioning other people, because it's easy for us to see something that looks different and go, hey, why are you doing that thing? If I'm wearing a mask and someone else isn't, maybe I'm not going to go up to them and be like, why aren't you wearing a mask? Or if I'm not wearing one and someone else is, maybe I'm not going to go up to them and be like, hey, why are you wearing a mask when we don't have to? So just being respectful of everyone's choices, of your friends' choices in class, of your teacher's choices. Everybody gets to kind of make their own decision on this. Like we said, we're going to be talking with moms and dads about it. It's something that you're really going to talk about at home to decide whether you are or aren't going to wear one at school. So keeping that idea of respect in our mind. Tying into all of this, I was trying to think of a story that kind of acknowledges when things are similar and when things are also kind of different. And so this is one of my favorites. I did read it at some point, I think last year, but I love this book and I wanted to share it all with you again. And I think it's perfect for talking about things that are same, but also kind of different. The book is called Same, but Different. And it's written by Jenny Sue Kostecki Shaw. And you're going to notice that we have a boy on the top who looks like he lives in a city. And then when we flip our book upside down, we have a boy on the bottom who looks like he lives in a very different place, very different from the cities that we might be used to here in America, or even the city almost looks like New York City. So here in New Jersey, thinking about cities. Same, but different. You can see it looks almost like a package with all these different stamps on it, like it's being sent all over the world. Same, but different. In art class, I painted a picture of my world. My teacher mailed it across the oceans. This is my world. And you can see that this boy's world looks like it is United States of America, just like all of our worlds right now are United States of America. That's where all of us are living at this second too. So the teacher sends it to the other side of the world, and then he says, a boy drew back with colors of the sea. This is my world. Same, but different. P.S. Who are you? We can see his world looks very different from ours. Different kinds of animals, different kinds of buildings. My name is Elliot, and I love to climb trees. This is me. My name is Kailash, and I love to climb trees too. Same, but different. This is me. P.S. Do you live in a tree? So we can look at these boys. Even the types of trees that they're in are very different. Or when they're talking about climbing trees, he's up in a tree house, and he's in a tree that has actual monkeys climbing the tree as well. How cool. That is my tree house, where I play. I live in a red brick building with my mom, dad, and baby sister. I live with my family too. All 23 of us. My mom, dad, sister, brother, grandmother, grandfather, aunties, cousins, and uncles. You can see all of Kailash's family. They all live together in this big giant home. and our animals. So not only does Kailash live with all these different family members, he also has what looks like almost a farm, or all these different animals that he lives with and cares for as well. I have pets too, but not nearly as many as you. Same, but different. P.S. What does it look like where you live? A great river flows through my village. Peacocks dance under trees shaped like umbrellas. The sun is giant and especially hot here. Look at this beautiful place that he lives. My goodness. In my city, the sun hides behind buildings as tall as the sky. Taxis, buses, and cars fill the streets. Here, there are few cars and still too much traffic. Same, but different. So you can see we have all different types of things that people are taken about. Maybe they're taking camels or donkeys, or maybe even in really special circumstances they're riding on an elephant. So they do have some cars, but just not as many as like New York City might. It's different there. I ride a bus to school with my friends. So do I. Same, but different. So we have a bus that looks like the buses we have here in Lincoln Park. And then we have a bus that looks really different that Kailash takes to his school. So once again, same, but kind of different. This is our alphabet. At the bottom, he drew a picture of himself and his new friend across the sea, Kailash. This is our alphabet. Same, but different. My favorite class is art, where I can be anything. My favorite class is yoga, where I can be anything. Same, but different. I love this. So he's doing a lion pose in yoga, and he's looking at himself in a mirror almost like he is an actual lion, a big, ferocious, beautiful lion. So very different, right? Different from what he was talking about in art class, getting to make beautiful things like a beautiful mask to be anyone he wants to be. Kailash has the same idea, but in yoga class. Same, but different. This is how my friends and I say hello. They do like a clasp shake, secret spiral, snap, bump. This is how my friends and I say hello. Namaste. They kind of give each other a little bow, showing respect to one another. Same, but different. We are best friends. Even though we live in two different worlds. Or do we? And you can see that even though they're in two different worlds, or on two different sides of the earth, I should say, and both of them sleeping in two different rooms, two different houses, two different beds, they have all the pictures that they've mailed each other. And it makes them feel a little bit closer to be able to share the things that make them different, or maybe the things that are the same. The same, but different. Helps them to feel a little bit more connected to one another, understand each other a little bit more. Different, but the same. And that, my friends, is the end of our story. Same, but different. So I thought that this was a great book, talking about looking forward, looking in the future for when, in the next couple of weeks, we might have that choice of whether or not we and our family members decide to have us wear a mask in school, or whether we decide to not wear one anymore. Very much so the same, but different, right? even if I'm wearing a mask and Miss Nazaro isn't, or vice versa, maybe she is and I'm not, we are still very much the same, right? We all still belong to our school. We're all still members of this community. All of our students live in Lincoln Park. We have so many things in common, so many things that are the same, but there might be a few things that make us a little different, and that's okay too. It would be a boring, boring world if each and every one of us was exactly the same. So my challenge for you in these next couple of weeks is to make sure that when we're told we can start deciding whether or not to wear masks, when we're given the option. An option is like a choice, okay? So when we're given that option, which isn't yet, so when you come into school next week, don't start asking, can I wear my mask? Do I have to wear my mask? Right now, the rule still stands. It won't be for a few more weeks, and we'll make sure that it's really clear when that change is coming. But making sure that when the change happens and when we start seeing people choosing things that are different from our own choices, we show respect. We show respect for those around us. We understand that everyone has different reasons for doing the things that they do or they don't do, and that's okay. But really, I love the idea of this book of trying to understand someone else's perspective, someone else's side of things a little bit more, and trying to remember the things that do make us the same and also celebrating those things that might make us a little different. All right, LPES, that just about wraps it up for today's Friday Feeling. We'll be talking more about this, like I said, at our Panther Pride meeting this week and also at next week's Friday Feeling. So don't worry, conversation isn't over yet. But I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and I will see you all soon. Stay kind, LPES.